Welcome Libra to your uplifting messages. So first of all, I want to say thank you for the views, for the likes, for the likes and sharing. And I hope you're doing well within this Virgo season. I wish you many blessings. So we're gonna start with a advice card for you Libras, wherever you are in the world. What is I want to say the main advice, but we'll see how if additional information will be provided as well. For the Libras at this time, two cards decided to come out, actually three. So it seems that you're focusing on your love life at this time. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. Love and be loved. Okay, which is not really that hard to imagine considering you. And then we have partnership, joining forces with business partners for win-win cooperation. Prioritize your connections. And we have the social status energy. So you will reach the heights of fame in society. Don't get arrogant. Okay, so I feel like in that sense, I feel like you should get arrogant. But anyways, so at this time, your love life is on the forefront. Okay, and it seems that whoever you're going to meet at this time will provide you with a whole lot more information about how to reach a new level, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your love, whether it's in anything that you're interested at this time, whatever you're focusing on. But I also feel like with the hands gesture here, there is a lot of love and a lot of money to be made at this time. Okay, so focus on that for the Libras that are single, that you gonna need to mingle at this time. Okay, because I feel like there's a sense of you needing to feel freedom in a sense, having access to means and resources that you probably never had before, or probably that you haven't seen. So in the sense there's in this sense I feel like you need to pray, but maybe it's also related to the Taurus energy or Venus energy that is in your birth chart if you do follow your astrological um, sign, like if you actually look at your birth chart. But at the same time, again, since the transit right now, the Venus, I believe, is in Leo. There's a sense of you needing to play. You need to attend parties. Like, I don't know if you feel like it. I don't know if you just want to meditate and stay at home and just do your hair, chill, decorate your house. But I feel like at this time, you have to, what is it? Elbow greasing, whatever. I feel like there's a sense of you needing to get out of your comfort zone, pun intended, in that situation. But there are connections that needs to be made at this time, or there are connections that you might ignore or avoid if you do not take this chance. And again, it's not only about love. I feel like it's much more impactful, and that wasn't the right thing to say. I just mean that it's not only about romantic relationships, okay? So there is a, I hear it again. There is a lot of money to be made at this time. So force yourself to get out of the house for, or you can be the one that's actually um, throwing a party for whatever reason. You could involve yourself into that. Maybe it's a house party where you get to cater, where you get to, control the environment and invite the people closest to you. I feel like there are connections that are going to be made in that way as well. Okay, but I feel like there's a sense of also you needing to get out of the house more and for you to just start breathing the air. I feel like you need to also feel connected to Earth at this time, to Mother Gaia, to anything that makes you feel good at this time, that makes you feel in an energy of love and being taken care of. And she gave me the fairies kind of energy, fairies just flying in the forest and whatever. I've never met any fairies. I don't even know if they exist, but so I feel like maybe your imagination is also running wild at this time. And if you're a graphic designer or if you are an artist, it's going to, I feel like you are going to be pushed in a direction which you've never been before. So there's a sense of not being too snobbish at the people that you actually meet. Okay, what other advice do we have for the Libras at this time? Ooh, oh, entitlement. So I guess we're continuing that. Why do you believe that you deserve benefits and privileges that you haven't earned or worked for? Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I feel like that could be like a deep question for some of you. Maybe there you are meeting some people that feel like they are entitled to what you have, or vice versa. Do you feel entitled to what other people have at this time? So I want to see what key can help with this entitlement energy, but I don't see it as a negative thing. I just feel like you, it's all or nothing. Okay, there's a sense of all or nothing. So I feel like there's a sense you're not willing to just take action or just show up willy-nilly anywhere. You want you want things to make sense, and you want it to matter to you, and therefore I feel like the only person that you're trying to impress is yourself. So if other people do not come correct you at this time, you're like, meh. So, oh, we have what it. We're gonna continue on that trend. So we have debt. Are you in the driver's seat with your debt, or has your debt taken over and placed you in shackles? So we went in a different direction. So for some of you, debt has. I don't think. I mean, you could be in debt at this time, but it's asking you a question about who's in the driver's seat. Maybe this is why you're holding back. Maybe because you feel like the lack of money, because that's what it means, right? I have to give my money, my hard earned money, to something that I actually use, but it's kind of holding me back because I cannot invest in other things. I cannot invest further in my in the things that I love. I want to grow. So there's a sense of you looking at the debt as a restriction when you're supposed to take control of it and see what can be done. And look, what can help with that is destiny. You have a divine destiny to fulfill through your career path. Your work will help elevate the consciousness of this planet. So this energy of time as well, okay? What is that supposed to be? 4 o'clock? Maybe 4 o'clock. Maybe somebody has to go to the bank to pay for something at 4 o'clock. Maybe I feel like there's also like divine guidance that will be provided to you at some time. Maybe it's on the 4th of a month. Maybe it's gonna be at 4 o'clock. You're gonna be receiving a lot of information about how to deal with but there's a sense of you needing to be in that emotional driver's seat, just like the chariot energy, where they're able to hold both energy, where I see and I don't see, and you bring that together and you just follow your instinct. But destiny is there for you. So I feel like if you feel alone, and if you feel like things are not really going your way, by focusing on a different perspective, or by seeing things in a different way, seeing things in a sense where you are being provided with connections, you just have to accept it, and you have to open your heart to it. And yeah, you have to get out of your house. Okay, again, connection. A special connection will open doors for you on your path. It may be a partner or mentor, a client, or a helpful friend. So for some of you, you might be focusing on the problem when solutions are actually available to you at this time. Okay, so let's see what kind of affirmation or homework. We don't like to do homework, but sometimes the homework is just there to help expand our mind, especially if you feel like something is lacking, or you don't have enough, or you feel like you feel restricted in a partnership, in a situation. There are other options. Okay, so some of you are gonna have to start with the gratitude. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Okay, gratitude journaling, a path to positivity. Spend 5 minutes each morning writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from stress to positivity. Okay, So if you feel lost, not knowing what to do, start with the gratitude energy. The gratitude energy is also very much related to self-love. And for some of you that do believe in God, it is related to actually accepting God's guidance and God's blessings, and being grateful for the ones that he and she, God and Goddess, has already provided to you. Okay, I think there's another. What other affirmations do we have for the Libras at this time? In the warmth of tea, find tranquility. I feel like this is gossip energy, that you actually want to hear about something that you actually want. Okay, here, tea time away rituals. Sip away the stress. Brew a calming herbal tea like chamomile or lavender. Focus on each sip to create a soothing moment in your day. Okay, so I don't believe that I need to tell Libra how to use their Venus energy at this time, but maybe there's a sense of, for those that are focusing too much on the lack, let's not, on the lack, I feel like the lack should be used in a positive way, where you are creating some type of space in your day for you to focus on the things that you want at this time. Okay, do we go with the angel cards? Yeah. What angel cards do we have for the Libras at this time? Okay. Oh, okay. Inspired action 777. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around, okay? So I like that I see the 7 here for you guys. Again, 777. Casino casino vibe, but the 7 has to do with emergency services. Oh, for some, okay, maybe you work for emergency services, but the 7, it has to do with support, assistance. Okay, and it's repeating the same thing, like you have the help that you need, you have the help, that you have the connections, you just have to open up a bit and feel. Maybe there's a sense of self-esteem that's related to that as well, where maybe you've been looking everywhere trying to find a solution when you're supposed to be looking within yourself. Okay, the 7 is giving me that hermit energy, but the hermit energy here is just meant for you to, you go on your mountain, you speak to God, but you're you're not meant to just stay there. You're meant to come back to the living, and you're meant to connect with other people, because they need to know what you're dealing with, but they need to know what your deal is, but also you have a message to provide to them, whether you know it or not. And it comes within the keywords. The keyword is inspired action, intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing. So again, socializing needs to be in the card for you. And for others of you, we have unconditional love, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, taking action, unconditional love. 2002. So also this could be, sorry, I'm coming back to that, but this could talk about the month of July. Maybe something specific happened in the month, or something started out and now probably some of you are seeing some preliminary results at this time, but there's still a need to see the full picture. However, what's available to you at this time is to do that elbow greasing. You have to connect with other people. Okay, it's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. I feel like this is the best reading for so far, for the collective, but Libra gets to have it first, so it is what it is. Okay, let's see what your attractive, your magnetic attractor power has to tell us, or maybe something that you need to work on for those that are not feeling up to the challenge or up to the task, or up to the fun. So I feel like there's many funs to be had. There's interesting people to meet. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So this is, we're going back to the same situation here. You're trying to attract love into your life at this time, and you need to use all the tools that are available to you at this time for you to receive it, for you to get it. Okay, so let's get into the, oh wait, let's get some love cards. Let's see what the love have to do. Oh, I know you are worth the wait. So is someone waiting for you, or you're waiting for someone? Okay, I love you. Oof, I miss you so much. Somebody Libra, as you are taking your time and you're filling yourself up love, you actually have a potential partner that's coming towards you. This could also be the energy that you're sending out to yourself, or sending within yourself. You're love bombing yourself, and therefore you're going to be meeting someone that is willing to do the same thing to you. Let's get into tarot and see what additional help that Libra can have, but I feel like we have all that we needed at this time. So what are the Libras focusing on right now? Yeah, somebody's waiting for you, or I don't feel like, I don't feel like you're waiting for anyone. I just feel like you're just enjoying your time and filling yourself in. God grant. Hermit energy. Yeah, you're not really focusing on anybody at this time. I'm seeking solitude to explore my options with wisdom. So you already know you have to come back to earth. So the keywords are self-reflection, introspection, on enlightenment, spiritual contemplation, receiving or giving advice, guidance, or whatever. Okay, and what is clarifying the Hermit energy, which I was talking about, is the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you are within a checks and balances appraisal. Not appraisal, I feel like that's what you're actually going over. You're going over the past in a sense, but you could be going over your budget and the things that you have to pay for. But I feel like this is again related to the Saturn and Piscean energy transit that's going on at this time, and it's kind of for those of you that don't partake into substances, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to be the best that you can be at this time with 29, or how to align with a specific relationship that will provide you with what you want. But you feel like certain things are still hidden at this time. It's like there's an aspect that you're able to see. This could also be a relationship that you're in right now. You're not sure, or I feel like you're scared. Like it's almost like, wait, I'm getting what I want here, and I was not really expecting to get what I want. So what do I do now? Do I go forward with this, or do I just run away as hard as I can? Okay, but I feel like, okay, so why am I focusing on the no here? Okay, so okay, so the energy of, like, I feel like the energy here of the Hermit is aligning with a whole lot more with the High Priestess than with the Taurus energy here, or the Six of Pentacles, which is about balance. But I feel like you're trying to figure out something about yourself. What is Libra trying to figure out here? Because I feel like there's something that you're able to see logically. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can kiss it, you can taste it, but there's something else that seems to be intangible. And that's the thing that's giving you a whole lot of concerns for. So it's, you can't, but like, you're not budging from that. I don't know if it's a missing thing or it's a person. Is a High Priestess a person? Because the keywords are intuitive, subconscious, feminine energy, inner voice, spirituality, secrets, wisdom. So also some of you could also be a tarot reader, or I don't know, maybe you're like a preacher, or you give messages. You intuit messages to give to others. Why why are they so obsessed with the High Priestess at this time? Because it's almost like with the Hermit, you got everything that you needed to get in terms of information, or in terms of knowing the direction of your life, or in terms of vision. Or some of you want to have some type of gift opened up, and it's related to your vision. But it's related to the past. Something about like a gift, a talent that you have opened up when you were young, but it was closed probably by fear, or probably by dealing with other people. The Star, hope, direction, renewal, trust, and the Knight of Cups. You've seen an ideal situation, or you dreamed about paradise. That's the only way that I see it. You dream about paradise, you dream about an ideal situation, or an ideal relationship, an ideal lifestyle. And I don't know if I feel like fear is keeping someone stuck in a situation. Fear might have made you closed off completely from the situation. From yeah, like you had a dream, or that was just you, like your optimistic self that wanted something specific, but it seems that it was something closed off for whatever reason. Maybe it wasn't the right time. Timing is in order. And here again it says, I am optimistic about the future. But also I feel like people or situations that are coming towards you may or may not be what you think they are, or it's almost like you're expecting for this to come about, but you have no idea what it looks like. So, and some people might be feeling this energy of don't F with me kind of thing, if you're not the real thing, or if you're not really about that life. So someone is slowly coming to a realization that they might have blocked off something about themselves, or about what they were meant to have. And I feel like it was because of timing. So now someone is it's you, Libra. I feel like you're slowly coming to the realization that you can have what you want, but you're still very tentative about it, because you don't fully know how you truly feel about it, because it's been very closed off at some point. What's this Seven of Pentacles came out, but I didn't ask my question. So I feel like some of you you're going from you're doing the fishy things. You're too much in your mind at this time. You're going from ideal to maybe, to like I really want this, to maybe. It's a maybe situation for some of you. So, and this could also talk about, again, the 777, about having to wait for your harvest to come through. But I just feel like you're waiting for someone to come, or for something to come through, but you have no idea. It's a feeling. You want something, feeling wise, emotionally wise, so you have no idea what it looks like, so you don't know what to expect here. Because you didn't know what to expect, you didn't let it come to your life as it should have, as quickly as it could have been. But I also feel like you don't want to fall for no bullshit, so you want to be part of the coming the coming of Christ. But in the sense, it's not the coming of Christ per se. It's just you want to be part of the realization of the dream life that you want. So you're being a little bit, you're looking at it. See? You're looking at what's happening. You're looking at the growth. You could have some control tendencies, but yeah. What's helping Libra this time? The Chariot energy? Oh, why? Ambition, direction, willpower, control, success, self-discipline, focus, and determination. Yeah, but as we can see, like, there's something like dark in the eye of the charioteer. I hope I said it correctly. I am ready for the challenge ahead. Yes, you were afraid before, but now you're ready to go to the next level, and it has to do with partnership and relationship. But you still have a whole lot to learn when it comes to your emotions and feelings at this time. I feel like an Aries will allow you to kind of get with the groove, because everything seems to be so controlled, so decisive, so, I don't know, structured. And I don't feel like this is what you want. You want this flowy energy. Ugh. Yeah. We have the Sun card energy. Okay. But what also came out with it is the Devil card energy. And I feel like that's because you want mastery over something. Happiness, triumph, festivity. You feel like something has been getting in the way of you getting everything that you wanted. And it could have been your own demons, right? Your own issues. But it could have also been the lack of recognizing your own truth and your own power in a situation. Because here it says, I enjoy every moment of my life, which is something that you need. Because there's a sense of you needing to be patient, but I feel like Libras are usually patient while they're waiting for things to come full circle. I will confront and overcome my limitations here. Yeah, this energy is ready for you whenever you need to. But it goes back to the, yeah, I feel like the devil's like having to attend functions that you don't want to, but you might have fun. That's the thing. You might have fun. You might find opportunities that you didn't know was actually there. Maybe you're not in the mood to like dress up right now. You're in the mood to be at home wearing sweatpants or non-sweatpants. So it's like people feel like they have to pull you out of your you're not being in a funky energy. You're being in a monk mode, not like celibate, but just wanting to connect to God and to the divine, and wanting to connect to your higher self, and wanting to connect to your gift. You feel like there's an expansion that is owed to you within your gifts, within your talents, even within your circle of friends, your loved ones. You feel like something has to open up. But you're so, I feel like you might be living in the imagination world a little bit more than usual, and other people are trying to get your attention. Other people are trying to get you off your path in a way. And I don't feel like they mean anything negative about it. I just feel like they're trying they want your attention at this time. And you need to also be careful about who you let in your home, or about who you let in your environment, because I feel like these people want to try to emulate you, or try to, they can't take anything from you or take something from you, but they can't. They just try to emulate you, but is to have some sense of control in the relationship, or try to have some sense of control in their own life. Okay, so what's the advice for them? No, that's not an advice. I'm just gonna take a card. That's called 7 tips. Okay. If another 7 comes out, it's funny. So, endless choices, opportunities, daydreaming, wishful thinking, searching for purpose. I feel like somebody's gonna go to the function and just gonna be looking at the fucking shrimps. Are you gonna be eating shrimps? I don't think that's the right thing to do. What else? Yeah, I feel like some of you might be feeling trapped in your life, in a relationship, whatever, but you're trying to find your way out. You're trying to find a way out of what's already been established for you. You feel like you don't really have control, which is a lie, obviously. Especially when that card is showing up, because there's a sense God is trying to tell you you have the control. Now you have to be aware of other people's intention. That could be your friends, that could be your partner, that could be your loved ones, wanting to share the love with you in a fun kind of way, while the devil could talk about maybe your job or anything that feels like you don't have the power, you don't have all the power, and that situation just loves to remind you that you ain't shit, or it's you and me, baby, kind of shit, and you're like, fuck that. But then with the 7 of Cups, there's just this lay of the land that you have not discovered yet, or you haven't really read about or felt. But you know that something's coming. You just don't know what it is. Are you going through a reawakening and things are kind of foggy at this time? What's the advice energy? What's the advice for the Libra energies? For the Libra people? Why the cards keep falling off? We're gonna take it as it is. This is the Death card in reverse. Resisting change, stagnation, fear of new beginnings, repeating negative patterns, decay. Okay, that sounds like a whole lot of masturbation to me. Or a lot of scorpionic energy, Scorpio or Pluto energy could be very significant. Not only masturbation, it could be could be a whole lot more sex, but I feel like someone feels called toward a direction, what you see is not what you get technically, because there is more to this. There is more to the situation, but you don't know about it. You don't really understand it yet. So I feel like in here you're going to have, it doesn't matter if you don't have the whole freaking answers. You're going to need to get off the mountain, Libra. It's time to get off the mountain. Like, what you don't understand is that you've ended, there's certain things that has ended for you, but you're still in the clouds. You need to get back to earth to be able to see what has actually changed. Because in a way, you're pretending like something did not change in your life, but it actually did. It actually did. It created the space for people to come through. There's a person that's waiting for you at the end of the rainbow. Ooh, what? The wheel of fortune? Cyclic nature of life, lucky, destiny, good fortune, turning points, decisive moments. I guess we get to be decisive here, but again, with the wheel of fortune, is kind of going with the flow and then you take action. And then what's clarifying that? The two of cups. And what's behind that is the fucking justice. Okay? Okay? But then you have to take, yeah, you have to let go of the past. Okay? I know maybe you're trying to figure out what went wrong in a relationship when there's someone else that's coming along. Okay? And maybe it is somebody that's coming back around with that "I miss you so much," okay? Because "I miss you so much," that's a convoluted energy. This is like my energy is all up in your shit, right? And with the Fool, there's a sense of needing to let go for the new to come in. So Libra, come back down. We miss you.